Jeremy Haun, creative director of Ignition Press, plus so many other things.
A few other things.
Yeah, I do want to especially talk about Murder Podcast today, though you have The Beauty as well. Yeah, which one do you want to talk about first?
Let's talk about Murder Podcast first.
Oh, starting off with murder. Let's catch them early.
That's the next way to do it. Start off with murder.
Yeah, so I know that horror and thriller is not a new thing for you.
Right.
Tell us what makes this one so special.
I think it's very now, very in the moment. I mean, like we're dealing with a strange time globally, and that's a great time to always tell horror stories. But we all are listening to podcasts and taking things in our eyes and our ears, and most people that I know are listening to at least some podcasts.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to talk about the love of podcasts, and then sort of subvert that in a way. Like, what if the thing that you really love could also maybe kill you a little bit?
I think everything that you love should have the possibility of killing.
I think most things that I love do.
Yeah. And this is something that you've done with another artist, Mike Tizerand. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Have you worked on projects with him before? How'd you come together to make this?
Forever ago, Mike and I did a short story project as part of it's a Bad Karma anthology that we worked on together. And we did that, and I really loved working with him. Mike comes from animation, so he took a little break from animation and came and did a comic with me. He's an incredibly special talent in that, like, he brings all of that vibrance, all of that life from animation, and takes it into the comic realm, and then there's such a life and a cartooniness to cartooniness, is that
take it
to what he does. But then the moment the real ultra violence happens, it's so much more shocking when he does that, and I really love it.
I will play off of the ultra violence just for a moment, and let's. What would you rate this if it was a TV series? Is it mature? Is it PG-13?
No,
for the audience.
I mean, it's probably definitely mature. I mean, I think that we really wanted to go over the top. I mean, it's you hear the podcast and you go into a frenzy and you brutally murder anybody around you using whatever you have, maybe your hands, maybe a weapon of some sort, but you don't stop. And there are moments in there where we really go very, very hard.
Yeah, with working with him, with someone who is in animation, that must make a lot of the frames very interesting to follow through with, exciting page-turning moments.
Mike really has a way of showing both the character, the humanity of something, and also just choosing the best shots. Like he really knows how to, coming from animation, he knows how to set the camera in a really visually evocative way and work in towards the emotion of a moment.
Oh, that's hard to find, I think, sometimes.
It really can be. I think that, comic artists work harder than just about anybody out there. I mean, we have to completely conceptualize a thing. We have to execute it every time. It's an incredible amount of work. Sometimes you get people that are like really good with the big epic moments, or they're good with the character stuff. But, it's not often you get somebody that can do both.
Yeah.
Mike's one of those people.
And speaking of doing both or doing more than one thing, you are also the creative director of Ignition.
Yes, yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about also that other hat? And I do want to get to The Beauty as well.
Yeah, I mean, when Eric Gitter, Philip Sablick, Jamie Rich, and I set out, to build Ignition, we were all people coming from different aspects of the entertainment industry, from comics mostly, but Eric obviously works in film and television. But we really wanted to come and bring all that together and give creators an opportunity to tell the stories they want to tell the way they want to tell them. And I'm kind of the somewhere between the business side of things and the creative side of things. You know, Jamie, as our editor-in-chief, is directly involved in ushering every story along.
Wow.
I can help bring the creators together and just help get the best stories out there that we can.
Just thinking of the logo Ignition and the name, like that's starting it up. That's like getting it going. And you're now at your 1-year anniversary.
1 year.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. How do you feel about Ignition Press getting this car running for a whole year and everything that's come, the hurdles? Like, I'm sure it's tough.
Oh, it's not easy. I mean, like there is an incredible, you know that there's an incredible amount of work going into it, and then you realize that there's 10 times more work that you can ever plan on. Luckily, we have the best team in comics. I'm incredibly proud of everybody that we have and the work we're doing together. You know, you build a good team, you empower them to do the best work, and they do great things. You know, it's scary. I mean, like there's so much more work from creative things to things that you'd never even think about as you're building a company like this. And again, the team's great. We've been very fortunate together. I'm grateful for it.
Yeah, and I guess like talking about, you know, all of these plates that are spinning, all these comics that are going on, all the things that you're doing as the creative director. You have, you know, Murder Podcast. Right. You have another comic. Yeah. I don't know how you're doing this all. The Beauty.
I don't sleep. I never. You know, I've always been, you know, since I was young, I've just been like a busy person.
Yeah.
I don't rest well, and I put that energy to work. And I love the idea of telling my own stories, but there's a special place in my heart for helping facilitate other creators telling their stories.
Yeah,
and that's something that we believe in. You know, we in comics, there's a lot of times where creators have to make a lot of sacrifices. You know, maybe they can tell more of the story they want to tell, but there's not a financial security to it or something like that.
Yeah.
We wanted to really build something to where creators are safe to tell the story they want to tell the way they want to tell it. And being able to help with that, you know, it's worth it. I may get a couple hours less sleep, but it's worth it.
Yeah, life is to be lived, and to be inspired by your peers is absolutely so valuable. Mm-hmm. And one thing that you've been saying is that I am what makes me so excited, besides the extremely amazing cast, I'm going to call them cast, of people you have under Ignition Press, is that you're empowering them to do what they do best. Like get into that brain and put it out. Yeah. You know, that's not as much. I don't know what the red tape's like, but to me it seems like you're very different than a lot of what I've seen.
I mean, there's always red tape for stuff.
Yes.
But like if you can make it as easy as possible, and just, you know, again, like do what you say you're going to do the way you say you're going to do it, and we work with people we believe in, and like if you trust, I mean, look, if you trust your staff, working for the company itself, if you then trust the creators that you're working with, they're going to bring the best stuff that they can, and everything's going to flow out of that.
Let the artists do their job.
Let the artists art.
Yeah. So just a quick blurb on The Beauty, because I don't want to pass by that, because it's absolutely like very cool, like the plot of it. How would you best elevator pitch The Beauty? And I'm sorry to say elevator pitch, because that's never what someone wants to hear.
I mean, the quick version is the Beauty is about an STD that makes you beautiful. Mm-hmm. We all have reasons that we would or wouldn't risk catching something
Yeah.
to look Hollywood hot a certain way.
Yeah.
My co-creator Jason A. Hurley and I, we really wanted to examine the links that we would go to be perceived. And then, of course, the second that you do that, you realize that there's reasons that we would or would not get it, and then ways that people would manipulate it and do all sorts of crazy things along the way.
Yeah, because a lot of people see beauty in different ways. You see all kinds of things.
Well, and I think it's interesting too. Like when we started the beauty, GLP-1s were not, a part of everyday life for a lot of people. It was a different world, and now we're seeing the fiction become sort of a reality, and it's fun then to start to take where we are now and even tell new stories that examine even different aspects of it. A lot of what we're doing right now with the new arc is, like the way beauty, if you could be physically about as close to, again, in big quotation fingers, perfect, what would that do to sports? What would that do to performance? Anything with performance? What happens? What happens when your beauty standards are completely different than what society looks at it as, and what the disease in the story seems to want?
Thank you so much for sharing a little bit more about that. And I do want to ask one more question. Is there something I didn't ask that you would like people to know? I know it's a tough one.
Ooh,
I know. I'm sorry. I sprung that on you.
I feel like right now we at Ignition, it's a really special time where we're able to tell a lot of stories and really, with a lot of different creators just doing what they want to do the way they want to do it. I'm building out, starting work on a new book that's coming out in September called The Folk of Dooney Hollow, and it's just a really classic folklore story set in the Ozarks, and I'm really, really looking forward to that. We just released the cold open here at San Diego, and it's a 14-page look at what people can expect. And I'm working on that with Alex Lenz. It's a fantastic story. Alex is doing an amazing job on the art. And
I wouldn't expect less from the team you've put together already.
Yeah. It's gonna be really good.
All right, thank you so much, Jeremy, for your time, and I look forward to checking out your newest project.